Hi, I'm Jiun. Today I'm gonna talk about Topstitch. A Topstitch is a visible stitching from the right side of a project. It is a straight stitch that sews along a ditch or an edge and the space is wider than 5 mm. When it is sewn along a ditch, it holds the seam allowance in place, keeps it from rolling. And often, it top stitch along a collar edge, front placket, and beside the taper to make the edge less bulky and crisp. Top stitching along the side pocket openings helps to keep the pocket lining stays near to the front piece. Other than that, we also use a top stitch to attach a pocket or decorate the surface. Now, I'm showing you how to top stitch along a ditch. Firstly, press the seam allowance to the side that you would like to top stitch with an iron, align the ditch to the corresponding point on your presser foot, and keep aligning while you're sewing. Here, I'd like to have a 5 mm top stitch. I used to start an end with a backstitch when top stitching. You can do the backstitch alternative, or you can choose not to if the ends will be hidden inside the seam allowance. This is a presser fit that I have, and I actually align to different points to get a 5 mm top stitch. So you need to do a test run with yours to decide which point to align before top stitching on the actual fabric. This is how it looks. The right piece looks like it's on top of the left. If you like to do a single top stitch along a garment side seam, remember to lay the seam allowance backward and top stitch on the back piece as that's the center. But if you would like to top stitch on both sides of the ditch, you need to press open the seam before top stitching. Then, just use the same method to sew on both sides. There's no strict rules, so you can actually choose which kind of top stitch you use, as it changes the aesthetic of your project. Use a thicker thread with a slightly longer stitch length when top stitching on a heavier fabric to create a better contrast. So, this is the effect. The left and right are on the same level. Use the same method to top stitch along an edge. I hope you enjoy sewing and see you next time.